Hello all. Banggood recently reached out to me offering the opportunity to select something from the range of woodworking tools to review on my channel. With a wish list on Banggood as long as my arm, I jumped at the chance and chose this, the cabinet hardware jig. If you fit kitchens or make drawers and cabinets, this jig will make drilling for hardware accurate, easy and quickly repeatable once you've set up. The jig comes in a case with cut foam and every piece is machined aluminium or steel. The quality really is excellent. They do a cheaper plastic and steel version of this on Banggood that will do the same job, but this all metal one is the one I'd recommend, and at £30 I'd say it's very good value. I'll put links to both in the description. So the steel rule has both inch and centimetre markings on both sides and has a 0 in the centre with 200mm either side. It's a 400 metre rule then essentially. The tabs and centrepiece have clear centre markings for alignment, and all the pieces are tightened down with the small knurled thumb screws, and you get 2 spare thumb screws supplied with the set. The depth stop gives you plenty of surface area to reference from, and the end stop is much smaller but is effective, as we'll see. The end stop is flush to the outside edge of the tab it's attached to, so you just use the outside edge of the tab to mark your measurement. Here I've set up a piece of scrap ply as a mock drawer front. It's 490mm long, so serves as a good demo of what to do being larger than the jig. My centre then is 245mm. Not strictly necessary, but I moved the centre piece along 45mm from the 0 centre position. My imaginary drawer handle has 2 fixings at 120mm centres, so I move each tab 60mm from the centrepiece. I make sure the end stop is right on its mark. Lastly, my imaginary drawer handle fixings are set at 50mm from the top of the drawer. And there we go, all set to drill. It does say that this jig is for 4 and 5mm holes, although it only came with bushings for 5mm. There is another set of bushings that come with the set, which I assume should have been the 4mm ones, but are in fact just more 5mm ones. Oh well. The set also includes the Allen keys for changing the bushings, and 5mm drill bits do fit the bushings nicely, so are guided well. I set a rule stop to 185mm to check the centre of each hole is equidistant from the edge, and it is. I do the same with the combi square to check the 50mm depth, and we're all good there too. Now of course, if you don't want to be offsetting the centrepiece on the rule, perhaps confusing things, you could just remove the end stop and reference from a centre mark on your drawer or door fronts. Set your centrepiece at 0 on the rule and move your stops 60mm either side. There's a clear centre mark on the centrepiece, and hopefully you can see that the holes I previously drilled line up perfectly. One last thing I will say is that this jig's tabs can also be used as a sort of story stick. You are limited in this roll with the rule that comes with it though, as standard steel rules, which all seem to be around 28 to 30mm wide, won't fit into the tabs designed for the 25mm wide rule that comes with the jig. Still, I've already found this a really useful jig, and it's helped to speed up what I normally find a mundane task. Leave any thoughts or questions below, and thanks for watching.